Hello, everyone. This is your market update for Monday, June 2nd, 2025. Starting with this week's economic calendar. Today, we're going to get ISM manufacturing as well as construction spending. Tuesday, we'll see factory orders and job openings. Wednesday, ADP employment for May expected at 112,000, as well as ISM services and the Fed Beige Book. Thursday, we'll see where initial claims come in, as well as U.S. trade deficit expected at negative 90 billion for April. And then Friday, will be a big day. Non-farm payrolls for May expected at 125,000 with a 4.2% unemployment rate. And we'll see if there were any revisions to the prior months. Over to the charts, starting with gold, currently trading at $3,386. Prices are making fresh highs here out of this interim cycle low on May 15th. If this is going to roll over and left translate, it's going to have to do it maybe today or tomorrow would be my guess. Sometimes we will see a trend change as we enter a new month. We've had that a few times here when prices were correcting here after the April 22nd peak, where they corrected into the first day of May, and then they reversed and turned higher. We had another example here. This was in April, so prices were rallying strongly throughout the month of March, and then around April 2nd, we hit an interim high and had a pullback. And then also here, we had a pullback into the last day of February. And then back in October, we had another trend change as we entered a new month. Prices peaked in the last days of October, and then we declined into November. So we'll see. Here we are entering June. And this is where we could see prices begin to roll over. But right now, we still need at least one left translated cycle before an intermediate cycle low, like we saw back here in November. We haven't had that yet, nor have we had prices close progressively below the 50-day EMA. So I'm still looking for both of those things to occur before we get a significant bottom in gold. They haven't yet. The next 2 days are pretty important. Over to silver, currently trading at $33.54. Prices are not making fresh highs. If silver explodes above $34 here in the coming days, then maybe I think the upside in gold could be a little bit more significant. But right now, silver's not confirming it, and I think we're ultimately going to roll over here in June. Platinum currently trading at $1,048. It looks like we got another peak, a seasonal peak here in May. Last year, prices peaked on May 20th. This year, it looks like they peaked on May 23rd. So we're probably going to see a significant decline into August and September that could come back to revisit this 900 level. I'm still very bullish on platinum long term, and I think if it dips back towards 900, it's probably another good buying opportunity. And over to GDX, finished up Friday, 0.74%. Gold is currently trading 2% higher, so I imagine we're going to gap higher here, and we're going to test this May pivot and probably close above it. But really, I'd probably need to see two strong closes above that level. I still think there's a chance prices roll over here in the opening days of June and then roll over. Like I said, we still need at least one left translated cycle before I would call an intermediate degree bottom. In miners, we had two left translated cycles back here into the prior decline. We haven't had one yet. So we still need to take out this May low, in my opinion, before I would consider an intermediate bottom. We haven't done that, so we'll see. The next couple days are pretty important. And then lastly, over to the S&P 500 futures, currently at 5,891. As I pointed out in the weekend newsletter, I don't think we're going to probably see fresh lows here in April. We could see a pullback for sure. I think volatility is going to remain, and we're probably going to see multiple 5 to 10% corrections. But taking out the April low, unless something changes significantly in the economy, I don't see that as a possibility anymore. They're just going to continue to spend fiscally like drunken sailors, and Elon Musk's Doge initiative, that was kind of a flop. So they're not cutting spending, they're not balancing the budget, they're just going to keep spending, and I think that's going to keep upward pressure on equities. So I'll probably see a pullback, but if they stimulate here with the big beautiful bill, I think we could probably see new highs into year end. So expect multiple corrections and volatility, but I don't think we're headed into a bear market any longer. That's it for now. Have yourself a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you later.